team after what happened last night?
I think guys are upset. Haven't really talked to many guys, haven't gotten together with guys yet today. But, like any other, I think, loss or, any other loss, we're gonna try to bounce back tomorrow.
How stunning is it that you're down 3-0 in the series, though?
It's definitely stunning. This is not something I think anybody would have predicted, but this is the scenario right now, and we gotta try to climb our way back out.
Malcolm, how concerning is it with your season on the line? You guys are regressing instead of kind of getting back in and showing the fight.
It's definitely concerning. I think we've taken a few steps back. I think in these playoffs overall, I think it's showing because we're playing a very disciplined, consistent, well-coached team. But I think in the Atlanta series, I think in the Philly series, I think we got away with things that now are biting us. So, that's definitely troubling.
What are those
think
things,
of some of those
Malcolm?
things? Yeah. What she said.
I think it's mainly on the defensive end. We haven't been consistently great defensively all year long, and that was the team's identity last year. And I think that's slipped away from us. We've had spurts where we've been great defensively, but not consistently. And honestly, we've struggled in every series we've played. So now we're playing a team that's playing, as if they're the best team in the league, and they're just incredibly disciplined, incredibly consistent. And I think we've struggled with teams that, are consistent on a, possession by possession basis every night.
Do you think it's because of the false sense of maybe when you guys, when the offense is really going, you guys are off the chart? Do you think it has something to do with that in a way?
I think we're a team that, all year long has relied on making shots. When we don't make shots, our defense wanes, it slips. And it's something we've talked about. It's something we've tried to work on. It's something we've been extremely aware to, but it's continued to be an issue for us.
How do
Malcolm,
you
you're a
get back
really
to
honest
that
guy.
in one
So
game?
after Game 7, whenever you said that in practice that things were just a little bit too loose, and in hindsight, was maybe the focus, the attention just not there?
No, honestly, I thought we locked in. When we're in practice, for the most part, 99% of the time, we're locked in. So I don't think that really had an effect on this series.
Malcolm, no team has come back from down 3 games to none. 0 for 149. But there has to be a first sometime, right? Is that the approach you guys take?
Absolutely. That's the approach you have to take. We still believe we're the better team. We have not played like it in either 3 games. But there's, there is always a first.
How much pride is there in that locker room, too?
There's a lot of pride. To wear the Celtics jersey, this is a very good team. We had a great regular season. And we've shown spurts of and moments of greatness. So we just got to put it together. It really takes one game. Put it together and get some momentum.
Does it hurt to see guys like Magic Johnson and others saying that you guys quit in that third quarter?
Honestly, I don't care what people think. I really don't care. Everybody's going to have an opinion. But, it's about us in the locker room. It doesn't really matter what people think.
How would you talk last night was staying together? And, Joe admitted, maybe there's a disconnect between, players, coaching staff right now. Got to get that back together. How does that happen? Where a week ago it looks like you guys are kind of together and in sync, and then there's just a little disconnect over the last few days, it seems like.
I think that's what losing does. I think losing separates people, divides people. And this has been a frustrating series for everybody. But, you win a game, you play a good 48 minutes, and things seem to be, totally different. People act different. People are more optimistic. So that's what it's going to take, win a game.
You said you struggle with teams that are consistent on a possession-to-possession basis. What about that is a problem for you guys, and why aren't you able to handle that?
I think it's teams that have a strong identity. I think Miami is one of the few teams in the league. Miami, Denver, there are only a few of them that have a really strong identity, and they play by it every single night. They're super committed to it. And for us, our identity has waned all year long. We've been trying to figure out who we are because we're such a great, talented scoring team. But when we don't make shots, we got to rely on our defense, and our defense isn't consistent every night. So, playing a team that's very consistent and disciplined, we struggle.
In your mind, should defense be the identity?
I think defense should be the identity. I think when you get to the end of the playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals, the finals, it's the best defensive teams that are going to take that step forward and win a series. And I think we've seen that. Shots aren't going to fall every night. That's just the reality of the league. It's a miss or make league, so our defense has to be our calling card.
Malcolm, you said something was off earlier this playoffs. Was there like an awareness to that at the time? Were there conversations about that and kind of ways to try to fight it before it reached this point?
We talk about everything. We have a lot of meetings with the coaches. We have a lot of meetings, just player meetings, and we've really discussed everything. Whether it's shot selection, whether it's breakdowns on defense, whether it's not getting back in transition, whatever it is. And we've tried to call out as much as we can, but still we haven't found that identity yet.
Malcolm, Carmelo Anthony announced his retirement today. Just wondering your thoughts on what he's meant to the game.
Oh man, he's one of the legends. What he's done for this league, what he's done for I think New York, what he's done for Denver, what he's done for all the teams he's played with. But more than anything, he's also been an activist. He's also been one of the guys that, as a young guy in the league, you could always talk to, somewhat of a mentor. And I think just a good guy, really set an example for younger guys how to conduct yourself and how to, respect the game.
Set an example for you?
For sure.
Malcolm, is it up to you guys? I mean, the league are literally trying to embarrass you. They're talking, they're doing action on the floor. Is it up to individuals to just figure out, like, we can't take this anymore, we got to fight back, not really fight, but is it up to you guys to have that personal pride, and why do you think it slipped last night?
Yeah, I mean, no one else is going to do it if we don't. So, it's up to us to have some pride, come out, try to make a statement, try to win a game. And then last night, of course, it's a tough building to play in, but, I thought we just didn't make shots. We didn't make a lot of shots, and I thought that wore on us mentally, and, like it does in a lot of games throughout the season, it wears on our defense.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.